Welcome to this video, the purpose of which is to discuss the Coptic demonstrative articles, which are the equivalent, of course, of the English words this and that. In this particular case, however, Coptic happens to have more demonstrative articles than English, but I'll explain that in just a moment. So let's first of all start with the near demonstrative article. In English, the near demonstrative article is the word this, whilst the far demonstrative article is the word that. So let us first deal with the word this, which is the near demonstrative article. In Coptic, there are in Coptic there are three words corresponding to the English word this. These are by, by, which is masculine, meaning this. We then have die, which is the feminine equivalent, and it means this also. And then we have nai, which is the plural, and of course that doesn't get translated as this in English, it gets translated as these, this and these, that and those. So nai is translated into English as these. Just like the Coptic definite articles, these three words likewise attach themselves to Coptic nouns. Let's now look at an example. So let's take as an example the Coptic word ⲭⲏⲙⲏⲏⲏ, meaning censer, which of course is an object or vessel used to carry incense, probably originally in Egyptian temples and also in Coptic churches also. So this becomes dai shura, which means this censer. Note well that the plural nai translates into English as these, and I know I've discussed that in the previous page, but it's just good to have that down. We shall now move on to the Coptic far demonstrative article, which looks quite different to its English counterpart. So in English, the far demonstrative article is the word that. In Coptic, however, it is composed of two elements or words. In Coptic, it is ada ammo, ada am mo, ada am mo, ada ammo, ada ammo, ada ammo. Unlike the other Coptic articles, the Coptic definite articles and the Coptic near demonstrative article, this far demonstrative article comes after Coptic nouns, and the Coptic nouns retain their own definite article. Therefore, it is not attached to Coptic nouns, and it is also genderless. It can be used with any Coptic noun, whether masculine or feminine. So here's an example. We have bisau ada ammo. 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 That time, meaning that time. Note well that if the Coptic noun and its article are plural, then the aforementioned will be translated as those. Next, we shall look at the Coptic demonstrative pronoun. In English, we also use the word this as the demonstrative pronoun. In Coptic, however, there are three words for the demonstrative pronoun. The difference here is that above we used this censer as an example, whilst here we should be using the word this on its own without a noun. Hence, why the Coptic near demonstrative article becomes the Coptic demonstrative pronoun in such an instance. In the case of a demonstrative pronoun, a noun isn't merely augmented by having the word this placed before it. It is replaced or substituted entirely. The three demonstrative pronouns are by, which is masculine, meaning this, tai, which is feminine, and it means this also, and nai, which is plural, and of course it means these. Here's an example. We have the following sentence or phrase. We have by, ba, ابشاري ام بنودي. بي با ابشاري ام بنودي. So that will be pronounced fully as بي با ابشاري ام بنودي. بي با ابشاري ام بنودي. And this means this is the Son of God. بي با ابشاري ام بنودي. بي با ابشاري ام بنودي. Note well that ambenodi is often shortened to M with a jinkim, PH and TI. Both mean of God, that is both the full written word and the abbreviation, but we'll discuss abbreviations in another video. This demonstrative pronoun is used in a special Coptic set construction, which is, for example, this is just an example of it in action. We have by, a, but, by. 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 This cup or chalice, meaning this cup or this chalice, and that's emphasized. This construction is used to emphasize the fact that to emphasize this cup or this chalice. Now, in the above example, both the demonstrative article and the demonstrative pronoun have been used together. Therefore, a literal translation of the above would be something like this cup / this chalice this cup this chalice this. This, of course, sounds very stilted in English and doesn't really make much sense. A better translation of the set construction would be this very cup, this very chalice, which makes more sense in English. The important thing to remember is that Coptic uses this set construction in order to add emphasis. Finally, we also have what is called the far demonstrative pronoun in Coptic. This translates into English as the word that. The three Coptic words which are classified as the far demonstrative pronoun are ba, 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 which is masculine and means that, ta, 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 which is feminine and means that, and finally na, 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 which is plural and also, rather than meaning that, of course, because it's plural, it means those. So note well that one should just remember that any plurals for all four types of Coptic demonstrative articles will be translated as either these, which is the plural and corresponds to the singular this, or those, which is plural and corresponds to the singular that. Just remains for me to say, as always, thank you very much for watching, as always, and ⲭⲏⲙⲙⲓ. ⲭⲏⲙⲙⲓ.